On the morning of the 1st of August, 1982, Kenya awoke to an unexpected and unsettling announcement on the national radio. A voice unfamiliar to most citizens declared that the government of President Daniel Arap Moi had been overthrown. The speaker identified himself as Hezekiah Ochuka, a junior officer in the Kenya Air Force, and proclaimed a new leadership under what he called the People's Redemption Council. For several hours, the country was thrust into confusion, fear, and uncertainty as a coup attempt unfolded in real time. Hezekiah Ochuka was born on the 23rd of July 1953 in Nyakach, Kisumu district in western Kenya. Raised by a single mother, he grew up in modest circumstances and later joined the Kenya Air Force in 1976. Despite receiving technical training, including courses abroad, Ochuka remained a low-ranking serviceman, holding the position of Senior Private Grade 1. By the early 1980s, discontent within sections of the Air Force had intensified, driven by grievances over pay disparities, limited promotion opportunities, and perceived marginalization within the broader military structure. In the early hours of 1st of August 1982, Ochuka and a group of fellow Air Force personnel launched their plan. They seized control of key Air Force installations and took over the Voice of Kenya radio station, the most influential communication platform in the country at the time. Through repeated broadcasts, Ochuka announced the removal of the existing government and urged citizens and security forces to support the new order. These broadcasts created the impression that the coup had succeeded, even though critical state institutions and the majority of the military remained outside the rebels' control. Despite the initial shock, the coup lacked strategic depth and broad support. The Kenya Army, the General Service Unit, and loyal Air Force commanders did not join the rebellion. Orders issued by the coup leaders were ignored, and coordination among the rebels was weak. As fighting and unrest spread in parts of Nairobi, loyalist forces reorganized quickly under the leadership of senior military commanders. By mid-morning, government forces had regained control of strategic locations, including the broadcasting station, effectively ending the coup attempt within approximately 6 hours. Following the collapse of the rebellion, Ochuka fled Kenya aboard a military aircraft and sought refuge in Tanzania. He was later arrested and extradited back to Kenya in 1983. Charged with treason, he stood trial in a high-profile case that underscored the state's determination to reassert authority and prevent future insurrections. In January 1987, Hezekiah Ochuka was executed by hanging at the age of 30, making him one of the youngest individuals ever involved in an attempted seizure of state power in Kenya. The failed coup of 1982 had lasting consequences for the nation. The Kenya Air Force was disbanded and later restructured. Political controls were tightened, and the state adopted a more aggressive stance toward dissent. While Ochuka is often remembered as the man who briefly claimed the presidency, his actions were rooted in deeper institutional tensions and political repression that characterized the period. Today, Hezekiah Ochuka's story remains one of the most significant episodes in Kenya's post-independence history. It is not merely the account of a failed coup, but a reflection of a country grappling with power, authority, and the consequences of unresolved internal conflict. His 6 hours of claimed leadership continue to serve as a stark reminder of how fragile political stability can be when grievances are ignored and dialogue is absent.